Earning Companion Pass is even easier now that Chase has released new elevated offers on their Southwest personal cards. Interest rates are through the roof right now, and I've got a story related to being in a pool in a hotel and proper etiquette when kids are splashing you. That and a lot more on this week's edition of the Weekly Pointers News Update. I'm Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. Thank you so much for watching. These episodes come out every Sunday evening. My goal, as you know, is to catch you up on all the news you may have missed regarding credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. It is super simple to follow along. On one side of the screen, you'll see a list of topics with a timer down below and timestamps down in the description below. If you do find this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts, and keep in mind, if you're interested in any cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. And when you apply using those referral links, it greatly helps support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. We've got a lot to cover today. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. First things first, let's talk about interest rates. There's a lot of interest rate buzz right now, and as a licensed realtor, I have to keep up with interest rates, and trust me, over the last few months and last couple of years, it hasn't been that fun to keep up with. However, the Fed is meeting this week to decide if interest rates are going to increase even further, which is a scary thought because over the last few weeks, they have jumped up to 8% on 30-year home mortgages. Now, let me just be frank with you right now. The inflation rate is still above where the Fed would like to see, meaning that they could increase interest rates yet again. This makes it harder and harder to obtain those home loans. So there is reason for concern here. These are the highest interest rates we've seen in almost 25 years. That's a long time now. I know some people that grew up in the 70s and 80s, and they got their first home, there were double-digit interest rates. I hope that's not the case here, but we should know some more later this week. Let me know if rising interest rates have impacted your ability to move from one home to another. Rates are super high right now. It's really scary for a lot of consumers. I want to hear your feedback on how this has impacted you. We'll have some more news this week to see if rates are increasing, but my hope is that the rates will at least just stay in place maybe for a little bit longer and hopefully come down in the future based on what economists are saying. But can I tell you a little secret? Economists out there, the experts, never predicted 8% interest rates either. So who can you really trust in this case? Make the best decision for you right now. Let me know your personal story in dealing with these rates down in the comments below. All right, it's that time of the year where you need to start thinking about Southwest Companion Pass. Now, Southwest Companion Pass is the best deal in the travel industry. It's essentially BOGO flights for you and a companion, and you earn that by obtaining 135,000 rapid rewards in a calendar year. And this is correlating very nicely with some new elevated offers that are out from Chase with their Southwest personal cards. Now, right now through December 11th of 2023, you can earn 75,000 points after you spend $3,000 on purchases in the first 3 months on either the Southwest Plus, Premier, or Priority cards. Now, you match that up with a business card from Southwest, which gives you 80,000 miles, then you're well above the 135,000 that you need to earn Companion Pass. So right now is the time to do this. You can go ahead and get the card now, but make sure that your spend doesn't get near the bonus cutoff before the end of the year. You want to earn that big chunk of points to start 2024. That way you can earn Companion Pass early in the year in 2024, use it the entire calendar year, and then use it all of 2025 because you get it for the year that you earn it and the entire following calendar year. So don't get the card now and meet the sign-up bonus in 2023. That is a disaster because that means you only get it for the rest of 2023, which is like 3-4 weeks by the time you earn it, and then all of 2024. Make sure you earn those big chunks at the beginning of 2024, get that whole year in the following year. As I mentioned on a previous episode of the Weekly Pointers News Update, these elevated offers usually come around in the fourth quarter. They're here, just make sure you get them before the deadline. On last week's episode, I talked about some new Southwest changes that were very welcome. I just talked about the Southwest Companion Pass and the elevated offers with Southwest cards. How about one more bit of good news from Southwest? As you know right now, Southwest has something they call transparency, which basically just means that there's no hidden costs for baggage, things like that. Now with Southwest, you don't get assigned seating. So when you're getting on a plane, sometimes the biggest fear that you may have is getting on the plane, you have your roller bag and there's nowhere to put it, and then it has to get the pink tag. Oh, those pink tags are so scary, aren't they? And they take your bag and they put it underneath the plane. Well, Southwest is trying to eliminate that fear by introducing bag tracking. So this new tool, which is now available in the Southwest app, will include the status of your bag. It will tell you when it has been loaded on the plane. So if you're ever worried about your bag not making it into the plane, or if you're even worried about it when you're checking the bag and you're worried about it getting on the next flight with Southwest. Now you'll be able to track that bag. This is a new feature. They're just adding it. Southwest is on a roll lately, which is good because we've seen previously in recent times where they've had some serious debacles with delays and people getting stranded at the airport. Maybe they're trying to build some goodwill here. This is definitely a good start. You know, each week on the Weekly Pointers News Update, I like to share a story as it relates to credit cards or travel or money or finance and how those come together in really interesting personal stories. And this week is a really interesting, this is more of like a personal situation story. And I'm curious to see if any of you all have been in a scenario like this before. This man is asking if he was in the wrong in his response to a group of kids that were in a hotel pool with him. So this man spent about $400 a night on a hotel. He's enjoying himself. He's in the pool. He's just sitting on the edge, you know, trying to relax, enjoy himself. He's got a cocktail on the side as well. Life is all good. However, there are a group of kids between 8 and 12 years old that decide to come in the pool, and all of a sudden they all start to do cannonballs and diving in the pool, and they're just splashing the heck out of this guy, and he's just trying to relax. It's important to note that this pool isn't necessarily gigantic. I mean, it's your average size hotel pool, but he's getting splashed left and right. He can't enjoy himself. And then after a couple of the kids jump in the pool, he starts feverishly splashing them and telling them to stop splashing him in the pool, that he wants to enjoy his drink and be left alone. Now the kids start crying, they start freaking out. They go to their parents and tell them, hey, this man's yelling at us in the pool. It causes a huge scene at the pool, which almost comes to blows. I mean, the guys almost start fighting with each other. And I've got to know what you would do in this particular situation. If you're the guy that's in the pool trying to relax, do you go and start splashing these kids and tell them to leave you alone? Do you just walk away and say, hey, today's not my day by the pool. Maybe I should take my cocktail and go in the lounge space and just chill out and cause no conflict? I'm curious to hear what you have to say about this. Have you ever been in a situation where a group of kids has been so loud or rowdy that it's disrupted your time in a particular situation? Let me know your story down in the comments. I always love to hear your all's reaction on this. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. And as always, we like to end our show with a really good food deal. This week is no exception. This week we are going to Domino's for some free pizza. So right now, Domino's has got a really interesting promotion. Domino's is giving away $1 million worth of free, quote, emergency pizzas, unquote. And this is going to people that they say have student loans. They want to try to give people a break that have student loans. So what you have to do is go in the app, apply for the free pizza, put in your college email address, and somehow they're going to figure out if you have student loans or not. This is the one hitch I have with this whole promotion, all right? How are they going to know that you have student loans? I have no idea. Here's what I can tell you. Domino's is giving away roughly 4,200 pizzas a day during this promotion. So after things click over to midnight on the following day, you need to go ahead and start trying to redeem this offer, because otherwise they are all going to sell out. These things are going like hotcakes. It's very, very busy. Now this offer ends on November 9th of 2023. So if you don't get it right when things click over to the new day, you're probably not going to go get it, because a lot of people are online trying to get this right now. 4,200 pizzas. It's actually a medium 2-topping pizza that you can snag out of this. So nothing to sneeze at by any means. And if you have student loan debt, especially if you're just out of college, you may be starving anyway, right? So free pizza is definitely going to be something you want to keep an eye on. Let me know if you plan on taking advantage of this one or not. And do you think this is a good promotion to do it for people with student loans? I don't know. I've never really seen one like this before. I'm curious to hear what you think about other companies possibly doing something like this in the future. Let me know down below. Well, this has been a really fun episode. We covered a lot of topics today. We talked about the elevated offers on Southwest personal cards, interest rates possibly going up again this week, hopefully not. And then I've got to hear what you have to say about the story of the man in the pool that may have freaked out a little bit on a group of kids for disrupting his time. I always love hearing your all's feedback on that. Keep in mind, if you're interested in any of the cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply for a new card using my referral link down in the description below. And when you apply, using that referral link, it greatly helps support the channel. I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts, and when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click, 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 you're gonna get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, free pizzas, and everything in between. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. We'll see you soon.